Welcome everybody, Dr. Thor here. Another exciting trivia game that is based in the occult, paranormal, science, and theology. Trivia game. Well, here's another trivia game from Canada that came out in, I believe, 97. So this is like 25 years old at the time of this filming. This was put together by this particular man who was interested in this. Rob Carroll and his wife. And he's had an interest since 1957 when he saw a UFO near his house and then have sought to investigate it. Apparently, uses his experience as a police officer and forensic investigator to investigate paranormal. He has researched alleged UFO landings in Flambourg and alleged alien abductions near Lake Erie in the Great Lakes Triangle. He investigates, interacts, and interviews until he gets the truth. Bob has exposed UFO photos, alien beings, Bigfoot film, and Crystal Skull of Dooms as hoaxes. These hoaxes must be exposed to validate the truth from those who have had real experiences to share with the world. Many are withholding valuable evidence because of fear of ridicule from those who do not understand. Well, that's very, very true. And of course, disinformation agents like the unamazing Randy have made sure that they set people up, and particularly scientists, so they wouldn't investigate these things and show the truth, because they want to keep their corporate and very sick interests going. So I believe all of these dumb bunkers and idiot skeptics are all bought and paid for disinformation agents of one sort or another. Now, the X game is a trivia game. It has a board that you go around. It contains 1,000 questions on 250 cards, 17 plastic power stones, or they may be glass, 4 player pieces, 4 power cards, 1 black power stone, instructions, and a fantastic puzzle-like playing board. 2 people can play the game, and up to 4, I believe. So it's kind of cool in terms of this. You can see the big X. This is kind of, I don't know if the X-Files is on at this time, but I think he's playing off the X. You've got Global Games presents the X game. And of course, you've got the aliens in the center. You've got what is the paranormal or witchcraft image here. You've got church and different religions. I don't know why that's thrown in, but he's probably a religious man, which is really unfortunate because it shows that would mean a very low level of understanding. So you have these. Here's the little glass beads that you get. And of course, it has a black stone, which is you're supposed to be searching for or grabbing. These are nothing more than it looks like. Probably little glass. And of course, it has a standard die. Here's the little personal cards that you put your stuff on that each player gets. I guess you want to hold it like this, or they're all the same. Here would be right side up. Basically, it's the box cover. Here are the cards. It's all made fairly well, even though the pieces are little glass things. Are kind of primitive. I don't know. It would be nice to have a little something different. And the black stone is just a piece of black glass. Now, the cards are nice. They're a little thin, but they're full color cards, as you can see here. Here's the questions and answers, as all trivia games have. And all the cards have the same back again, which is the box. This is basically the box cover, and it has that on there. And there is many of these cards. Name the Spanish mystic acclaimed as one of the greatest poets of the Spanish Renaissance, as well as one of the greatest authorities on mysticism, San Juan de la Cruz. What river did John baptize people, including Jesus? Answer: the Jordan River. So I don't know why he puts in religious things like that. I find that, I don't know if he's trying to expand his audience, but that's kind of a religious card. I don't know what that has to do with the occult, paranormal, and other things. But he may have been trying to extend interest there. And about every card has that to a degree. Who was in the basket among the reeds on the Nile River? Moses. Okay, so it goes into these. That's one of it. What was the secret society claimed to be the oldest in the Western world, dating back to the ancient Egyptian and Greek mystery schools? The Rosicrucians. So the answers are there, and these are kind of cool little answer cards. What is the outgrowth of ecology movement of the 1960s? Expanded with the concept of the Earth as a living and self-regulating organism. So there, well, what would that be called? Planetary consciousness. And of course, then there's another religious one. I think there's a little bit to that. I'm not sure that anybody who's into all this stuff would be that interested, but what is the eighth commandment? Thou shalt not steal. So, you have all these cards, and of course, you get instructions on how to use them. There's no use going into how the game is used. This is one of those games that does pop up. It's, well, it is over 20 years, over 25 years old now. These do pop up on different used areas, and you may be able to find them from time to time. It's a trivia game. Is there anything special about it? Well, if you like trivia and you're looking for games that are more based in metaphysics and the occult and with a little bit of religion thrown in, well, this is a great game for you. So it does expand, and it shows that if you want to play with somebody who considers themselves religious, well, I don't know much about that, but I know the backbone. So the whole idea is you could play with people like that. So it is interesting. It has this puzzle type, I put it here, this kind of puzzle type game board, which is basically, again, a very stylized X like the box. So, I'll get this here, so get kind of, this would fit in. So it's a puzzle type thing. It looks like this, full color, attractive, kind of cool space program. Not sure what this is. There's fire, there's Sphinx. There's a combination. It's kind of a collage of different mystical pictures. Back to that. So it is something that if you find interesting, if you like trivia, well, it does cater to more of our crowd. And you can play it as a game. I mean, it's just fun with these things. I don't know if anybody wants to play it as a game, but I guess that came from Trivial Pursuit, which was a humongous success at its time, where everybody was playing it everywhere. Shows you the kind of mentality people have in general, I guess. Here is a version of that. You can use it as a game and move your little players around and use the dice. And there is a winning, finding a particular stone. So if you want to do that and make it more of a game, you can. If you just want to go through the cards and answer the questions, well, that's a lot of fun too. And it's easier than just setting up kind of a silly game and do you want to win or not. So it's that type of thing that you can do, and you can set up the cards to do that and ask each other questions and keep score of what people got right on each card and go through them. Name the class of evil beings who serve as intermediaries between God and man in Judeo-Christian and Islamic mythologies. The evil beings. Well, he classifies that as demons. And here's what a typical card looks like. So, you know, the third one down is a religious question. The other ones are more based on other, you know, I mean, as I said, it's kind of, it seems to be heavily geared towards ancient mysticism, a lot of religion, a lot of things about Greeks and David. I mean, it's heavily geared towards what I would say mystical religion things. I'm not sure how many alien cards or other things there are there that give you alien questions. Where is the home of Simon who carried Jesus' cross? And Libya. So, I mean, there's an awful lot of that to a point that it's kind of overdone in my book. What in Hindu is the human reincarnation of the divine who also functions as a mediator between the people and God? An avatar. I'm not sure that's correct either, but that's the kind of thing here. If you like this kind of wacky thing with a heavy emphasis, this guy thinks he exposes things. The fact that he was in the police and that he exposes hoax. I've never heard of this guy. I don't know what hoax he's talking about. He is a Canadian, so I don't know how much of we would know, but of course all the Canadian stuff comes to America, and they're heavily connected and make their money there. So if you're looking for that kind of a trivia game, well, you've got all the facts here, and you either like it or you don't. It is well done, well made, basically. I'm not sure what these things retail for, but they usually go any... it looks like this may have been... Can't be that much. $100. I couldn't have been that much. So maybe $10, $10, $20. I don't know what I paid for this many years ago. But it is nice to see trivia games that are more geared towards metaphysics and mystical things, even though this is more of a history and religion, most of the cards I've ran into. I still haven't ran into any extraterrestrial or even too many magic-based questions that he claims are in there. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this. Many more to come.